Ha! Gotcha! April Fools. Well, I know it's probably not April Fools today because y'all are watching this on the 2nd, but when I filmed it yesterday, it was the 1st. So I got you. Haha. Anyhow, today we're going to be talking about foil. No, not this foil. This foil can do a lot of good things, but it's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about a different kind of foil, and that is multiplying two binomials together. Alright? So, when we multiply two binomials together, that is, we've got two things like you see here. A term x plus 9 times another term x plus 3. We've got these binomials. X plus 9 is a binomial because there's two different terms here, and x plus 3 is a binomial and there's two different terms there. So the way we're going to do it is this little acronym called FOIL, and it stands for first, outsides, insides, and last. And then you're basically just multiplying, and it's really, really simple. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to multiply the two first terms. So if we have this up here, I've kind of already got everything drawn. We've got x plus 7 times x plus 8. So I'm going to take the first term in each binomial, the x, and then as you can see, the other x. They're both first. They're the first ones in each set. So x times x. Okay. Then I'm going to take the two outside terms. So the two terms that are the furthest to the outside. So the x at the very beginning, it's the first term, but it's the outside of this first binomial, and go all the way over here to the 8, because that is the outside term of the second binomial. So I have an x and I have a positive 8, so I'm going to put a plus there, and I'm doing 8 times x. Then I'm going to do the inside terms. Well, I want the inside part of each binomial. Okay, so the 7 is on the inside of the first one, the x is on the inside of the second one, so the 7 times the x, and those are also positive. And then I get to the last thing I'm going to do. It just happens to be the last terms. So if x plus 7 is the first binomial and x plus 8 is the second binomial, the last term in the first binomial is a 7, and the last term in the second binomial is an 8. So I'm going to do 7 times the 8. Now, normally, once I get the hang of it, I wouldn't write it all down like that. I would just skip straight to what it is. But for the first time, I wanted to show you what we're doing. So x times x is x squared. 8 times x is just 8x. 7 times x is 7x. And 7 times 8 is 56. So you're really going to need to know your times tables. You may not always have a calculator with you, so the better you know your times tables, the easier this is going to be. Alright, so now we have to combine the like terms. Okay, about 98% of the time, your like terms are going to be right in the middle. It's going to be the outside and inside part, okay, which is what happens here. So I have a positive 8x and a positive 7x. Those are my like terms. And x squared is not a like term with just an x. And then just a number with an x is not a like term with a constant. Okay, so the x squared, I would just write it down. The 8x and the 7x are my like terms, so I'm going to add those together. So 8x plus 7x is 15x. And then I've got my 56. So this, x squared plus 15x plus 56 would be my answer. Alright, so we're going to do a few more examples here, but as you can see, this isn't real complicated. The better you are at your times tables, the easier this is going to be. Okay, the better that you are at adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers, the easier this is going to be. Okay, if you don't feel confident, keep that calculator handy and just punch all the buttons you want to. Alright, here we go. So, x plus 9 times x plus 3. So, first, x times x is x squared. Outside, x times the 3 is 3x. inside 9 times the x, and last 9 times the 3, 27. Okay, my middle terms, my outside and inside, are my like terms here, so I get x squared plus 12x plus 27. So that's my answer. X squared plus 12x plus 27. Alright, down here at the bottom. Okay, same thing. First, x times x is x squared. Outside is x. Now, this is the first time we've had a negative, so x times minus 4 or negative 4, that's fine. We just write minus 4x. Okay, inside is 7 times x. And last is 7 times the negative 4. So 7 times the negative 4 is going to be negative 28. Alright? So, same thing again here. Our like terms are in the middle. Nice and simple for us. Okay? So we're going to write down the x squared because that's by itself. Here we have a negative 4 and a positive 7. So a negative 4 and a positive 7 is the same thing as 7 minus 4. So that's going to be 3. So I have positive 3x. And then I write down my negative 28. So there's my answer to that. Alright? Now, over here, you can see instead of just having an x and another x in the front, this x has a coefficient in front of it. It doesn't change anything that we're doing. It's still the same, okay? It's just an extra number, extra thing we got to do. Alright? So x times 2x is 2x squared. Outside is x times negative 3, so that's negative 3x. Inside is 4 times 2x now, so that is 8x. And then last is 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So we're going to get 2x squared. We have a negative 3 and a positive 8, so a negative 3 and a positive 8 is the same thing as 8 minus 3. So that is 5x. And then I have a negative 12 that I just need to write down. So there's my answer, 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. Alright, another example here. I've got 4x plus 7 times x minus 1. Okay, anytime I see a 1, then that is awesome because multiplying by those and adding those is easy. So 4x times x is 4x squared. Outside is 4x times negative 1, so that's negative 4x. Inside is 7 times x, so that's 7x. And then last is 7 times the negative 1, that is negative 7. Okay, my like terms are in the middle again. Like I said, something weird is going to happen here for that not to be the case. So about 98% of the time that's going to be what you want it to be with your like terms right in the middle. So I've got my 4x squared, and then I've got a negative 4 and a positive 7, same thing as I had over here. So that is 3x, and then I've got my minus 7. Okay, as you can notice, anytime that we've got a binomial times a binomial, it looks like we're getting a trinomial as our answer. I guess it might be possible to get something different, but on all the ones that you're going to have on your homework, you're going to get a trinomial every time. So make sure you don't skip this last step of combining the like terms. We got to combine those like terms and make sure we have our trinomial before we're finished. All right. Over here, I put a couple bigger numbers in here, and we've got coefficients in front of both sets of variables. It doesn't make it any different, it just means it's a little trickier to multiply. Alright, so first, 3x times 10x is 30x squared. Outside is 3x times negative 7, so that is negative 21x. Inside is negative 2 times 10x, so that is negative 20x. And then negative 2 times negative 7, those are my last terms. So a negative times a negative is going to be positive, and 2 times 7 is 14. Okay, once again, my like terms are in the middle. So I've got 30x squared. I've got a negative 21 and a negative 20. So since both signs are negative, I'm going to add those numbers together. So it's just 20 plus 21, and then I'm going to keep the sign. So that's going to be negative 41x, and then I've got plus 14. All right. And last one of the day, 5x plus 1 times 5x minus 9. 5x times 5x, that's my first, so I've got 25x squared. Hopefully you've been studying your squares, you didn't forget that one. Then outside is 5x times negative 9, so that's going to be negative 45x. Inside is going to be 1 times 5x, so that's just 5x. And then last is 1 times the negative 9, so that is negative 9. Once again, middle terms are my like terms. So 25x squared, a negative 45 and a positive 5 is going to make negative 40x, and then I have my minus 9 to write down. Forgot to circle that other one. So anyhow, hope you had a good April Fool's Day. Hope you have a good Thursday the 2nd. I don't know that Thursday the 2nd has any fun name to it. It's just Thursday the 2nd. But anyhow, hope y'all are staying safe. Hope maybe you had a chance to drive by and see the lights on at the fields last night. All you guys that are athletes, we miss getting to coach y'all, getting to be around y'all and everything. We miss seeing y'all in class every day. So hopefully y'all having a good time, staying safe, getting your work done, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.